everybody, my name is Tanya and this is my TBR for Dewey's 24-hour readathon. So I haven't been doing a lot of reading lately. Most of my reading over the past few months has been in audio form or graphic novel or very short items, not really novels. So what better way to get back on the bandwagon with an intensive 24-hour readathon? This could either go epically right or epically wrong. So I have no real idea which way this will go. I had been planning since I participated in the April Dewey's 24-hour readathon that I would be participating again this round. Quite a lot of things changed since that point. I started study. I've devoted the past 4 months of my life to that study, and not a lot of it to reading. So I am hoping that I will just be able to switch from study mode into reading mode this weekend, but I'm just not sure how that's going to go. But in either case, I am wanting to try and participate in said readathon, and I have got some books. I keep kind of flip-flopping about the approach that I'm going to take to this, or at least the items that I am going to try and read during the 24 hours. But I've got a TBR here to show you, and we'll just see how it goes. So this time around, Dewey's 24-hour readathon is starting on the 22nd October, and for me in Australia, in Eastern Standard Time, it starts at 11 PM on Saturday evening, so that will be interesting. I think it started at 10 PM in April, but with daylight savings and whatnot, it's now 11 PM, so that will be interesting. If all else fails, I will just be getting up really early on Sunday and reading through from there, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. I haven't worked out my plan of attack this time. I haven't worked out a goal, whether there's a certain amount of hours that I want to read for or a certain achievement. As I said, I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to sit down and properly focus on reading at all after the past few months, so I'm going to keep it nice and easy breezy, and whatever happens, happens. So for the April readathon, I came in with a huge stack of possibilities, and I picked out quite a variety of things, but in general I read a lot of different things. I read a lot of small books or parts of books, and I kind of came out the end of it feeling like I wasn't really sure what happened in the past 24 hours. I was quite delirious by the end. I was still quite delirious the next day, as evidenced by the blooper reel for my wrap-up. And that kind of wasn't really conducive to reading and absorbing and retaining information. And so there was discussion afterwards, and there was other people too, not just me. And I can't remember who it was now, but you know, who spoke about the next time, the next readathon, they're going to take in one big book or a bigger item instead of, you know, sampling several different things over that 24 hours, just kind of curling up with one good book, you know, something that's going to get your interest and drag you through those 24 hours and when it gets tough. And I thought that was a really good idea and what I would do as my approach for this time around. So then it comes to actually selecting the book, so the book that is going to get your interest and to keep you occupied for that 24 hours. And the thing that I immediately thought of is something that I keep saying and have said, I think, the entire time that I've had this channel, something that I'm way overdue for a reread, that I absolutely adore, that may not exactly seem conducive to readathon material, and something that a lot of people take their time over, and it isn't a book that people generally devour. But for me it is, or at least it has been in the past. It's something that I've read in quite a small space of time in the past, that I do tend to get captivated with and devour. There's no way in hell that I can read this in the 24 hours. I'm hoping for maybe the first book, but it's something that is very near and dear to my heart. Is at a push my favourite book, and are you getting the hint now of what this might actually be? And so the book that I decided kind of after the last readathon that I would pick up during the next 24-hour readathon is Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. And so I know you're thinking that I'm crazy, but for me this is a total comfort read, something that I absolutely adore. Like I said, there is no way in hell anybody could get through all of this in 24 hours. But I'm hoping maybe I can read The Hobbit, because that's quick and easy, that's really light. Even with my strange reading patterns at the moment, I think I could get swept up in the world of The Hobbit. So if I can get through The Hobbit and maybe make a start on the Fellowship of the Ring, or at least even if I just get through The Hobbit, I would consider this readathon a very big success. But the main impetus for this is I have been, as I said, saying for years that I want to read this again, that it has been way too long since I've read this, and it really has, but I keep saying it and I keep getting sidetracked by other things because there's so much to do on BookTube and so many wonderful things that you hear about, and I just am not making time to do it. And I thought that this might be the perfect opportunity to just sit down, to immerse myself in Middle-earth for 24 hours, see how far it gets me, and then continue on with the series at a slightly more leisurely pace after that point. That being said, I do have a week and a half off work now, and I think the last time I read this it took me 2 weeks, so I could devour quite a large chunk of this in that time. We will see what happens. So that is going to be my main focus of the readathon, barring a complete mind change or, we'll just see what my brain is doing on the day, but that's my plan at the moment. There's a lot of other books on my shelves that I look at and go, I've been meaning to read that for a very long time. I would love to pick that up. But my thinking behind this one is it's something that I know and I love and that I've read many times. And with the readathon, and as I said, as time's going by and you're getting more tired, the retention goes down, the attention to detail, what you're getting out of the book is going to suffer. And if it's something that I've read many times, if I start getting tired and losing details, it's not going to matter because I already know the story. Whereas if it's something that I'm reading for the first time, I'm going to lose important detail and I don't want to do that. So I figured an old favourite might be the perfect choice for this readathon. All of that being said, I do have a few graphic novels out from the library at the moment, so if I am feeling like something lighter or a little break at any point during the readathon, then I do have these. I have them out that I want to read them at some point in time anyway, so there might be something that I might dip in and out of, just as a little palate cleanser during the 24 hours. So the graphic novels I have are the 3rd and 4th volumes of Lumberjanes, that is A Terrible Plan and Out of Time, so I've got those as an option. I also have the 2nd volume of Descender, which is Machine Moon, and the last one I have is a 1st volume and something that I have heard Eleanor from Eleanor Reads Books absolutely rave about, and so when the library had it I decided I would pick that up as well, and that is the 1st volume of I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. This is Madly Ever After, and just everything that Eleanor said about this one, just yeah, I need to read this, so I have that one out from the library at the moment too. So if I need a graphic novel break at any point in time during this readathon, then that might be it. I've just realised that this is the first readathon that I've not picked an Animorphs book for all year, and so I might have to throw an Animorphs book in too. I don't have one here with me because I'm not prepared, but wherever I was up to, because I can't remember anymore right now, wherever I'm up to, I might read the next Animorphs book as well, because it's not a readathon without Animorphs. So that's where my thinking is at for Dewey's 24-hour readathon at this point in time. As I said, all of this might change, and I probably should actually go sign up because I've not done that part yet. But all of the details for the 24-hour readathon will be down in the description. If you are considering joining in, I would definitely encourage you to do so. I really enjoyed it last time. I've only participated once before this, which was the April one from this year, but I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it as somebody based in Australia because everybody's reading at the same time. So generally with a readathon, Australia is out of sync with most of the world, and so things like reading sprints and just talking with people on Twitter isn't there, whereas because we're all trying to read at the same time, people are always up. Somebody's always commenting, so it gave a greater sense of being involved in the community, and since I've been out of the community for a few months, that might be nice. So if you're participating in the readathon, let me know down in the comments and what you're reading, and let me know if you think I'm crazy for bringing Tolkien into a readathon. As always, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!